seems like I'm all alone again. But I mean, I'm gonna be honest. Let me get on. Let me actually get some music on real quick. Oh gosh, why is that so loud? It just like reset my volume to like maximum. That's not great. Okay, that's better. Much better. Although maybe I could like bump it up just a smidge more. Just a smidgy. I think that's good. Oh, Paco, hello. I think my voice right now is mostly fine. I'm honestly kind of surprised. It's how are you? I mean, I got some things that I did today that I could talk about, I guess. Let me take a sip before I go any further though. Things and stuff, yes. I actually had I had myself a little bit of a time today. Also, let me like readjust in my chair real quick. As always, I have my humidifier on right now. I was looking at that thing before the stream started, because I always turn it on like right before I start. And I think it might have like a little bit of a leaking problem. I'm not sure why. Honestly, it's like it's definitely one of those where it's like on the cheaper side, and I think as a result the craftsmanship really isn't there. But I was looking at it like earlier, and it's starting to like leak a little bit because sorry, it's one of those ones where you like it's got like a base, and then it's got like a water tank, and in order to fill it you have to take the water tank off of the base, and then there's like that little divot in like below where the water tank is, where like the water can pass through. But lately I've been having this problem where like I'll get it off the base to fill it, and then that little divot will be like completely full of water, which it's normally not supposed to be. So then like when I fill the tank and I put it back on the base, then it like kind of spills over, and there's like really not much I can do about that. And there's a clog inside. I mean, honestly, that thing was maybe like 30 bucks. I feel like I should probably like invest the money into something that's like more worth fixing rather than trying to fix it, you know what I mean? Because I mean, if it's gonna be doing that, then like it's not gonna be very good for me. I would rather just like get something that's going to last me for a lot longer without having those problems, you know? Let me take a sip real quick. Now, I am drinking some coffee right now, although again it is decaf because I don't really like caffeination. Want good thing, but good thing is expensive, so never get anything that's a mood. I mean, I hadn't like gotten around to buying a new humidifier recently because I was like, oh, I don't want to like get a new thing until like I'm sick of the old thing, but I'm finally to the point where I am sick of the old thing and I want the new thing now. I mean, I don't think like a good quality humidifier is gonna be like relatively expensive. Probably about like 50-ish bucks at the most. If I want like one of the big boys, you know? But yeah, I am drinking my coffee right now. I got some of that pumpkin spice syrup in there, and it's good. It is the coffee from yesterday where I was talking about how... Okay, guy speeding by. It's the coffee from yesterday where like I accidentally overbrewed it because I like left it for too long in the French press without like getting it out of there. So, but it is still drinkable as long as you add like a lot of half and half to it. The pumpkin spice plague is here once again. I don't mind pumpkin spice. I like it. It's a good flavor, at least for coffee. We're getting to the point where like it's reaching a saturation point, and then they try putting that into like everything, and it just doesn't work in all situations. But I do like it in my coffee. But yeah, I actually earlier today I went to a Renaissance fair. I mean, technically it's not a Renaissance fair because it doesn't actually like take place. It isn't like set in the Renaissance era. It's actually set in like the colonial era, but we call it a Renaissance fair just for the sake of convenience. But it was like this colonial reenactment thing that they do like out at the park every year. And I went with my family, and it was colonial fair doesn't roll off the tongue as well. Yeah. But I did get some stuff there. There was because like there's this little like this big like open field that's like full of shops and like little aisles you can go through to look through all the shops and stuff, and they're under tents and all that, and like overhangs and that sort of thing. But I got this really nice like carved pine box. It was, I think it was maybe like 5 inches across. I already like have stuff stored in it like since I got it home, but I got that nice little like pine box for, I think it was like $18. And there was this lady selling jewelry. I think it was all like estate stuff or just like random vintage pieces she had. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure like what kind of stones I got, but I got this necklace. They look like pearls, but like they're cut like kind of like rounded cubes, sort of. But I think it's a pearl necklace. I got that for like $20. And actually I put it on earlier, and it has this like really intuitive like clasp in the back where like one of the beads has this like hole in it, and then like the next bead has this this little like pin attached to it. And what you're supposed to do is you put the little pin in the hole, and then like once you get it in far enough, it like clicks into place and it stays there. So it kind of like locks in. And I honestly I like that a lot more than like the usual like get the hoop through the other hoop sort of thing you have to do. Especially if you're putting it on yourself, because like that's just so much easier to do, like when you can't see what you're doing. I really like that, but I mean, I understand why we do the like hoop and the other hoop thing, because in theory it is easier to like adjust it for like the length with that method. So I understand it, but I just really prefer that like pin lock thing that necklace has. Yeah, I'm not really sure of like the proper word for like rounded cubes, but that's kind of what they were. And we all got like little personal hand fans. 'Cause one thing about this this colonial thing, I don't really understand why they do it. I think the thing is they do it like every year on Memorial Day, or not Memorial Day, that was like a month ago. They do it every year on Labor Day weekend. And every time it's always like super hot. Like today I was like misreading the weather report, or maybe it just like hadn't updated for me, because I was reading it when I was getting when I was getting ready earlier this morning, and it said like, oh, by the time you get there it's gonna be like 76 degrees or whatever. And I was like, you know, that's still pretty cold, all things considered. So at first I was considering wearing shorts, but then I just ended up wearing jeans instead. And then like we got there and it ends up being like 80 some degrees and very sunny. So like for most of the time we were just like walking around like desperately fanning ourselves and like sweating. And I was talking to my sister about it, and I said like, you know, we this would be so much better if we just did it in like the middle of September instead. But I guess it's like one of those things where like it's a tradition to like always do it on like Labor Day weekend, even though like comparatively nobody enjoys it. But I guess that's just how they've always done it, and I guess they're gonna keep doing it that way. But yeah, we had our little like wooden fans and all that. I mean, they didn't really help much, but the sentiment was nice. And I'm trying to think of like I got, oh yeah, there was this one stall that was selling tea. I mean, usually these people sell things that like they've made themselves, but this was obviously like tea that was packaged like beforehand at like a proper place. It was in like the fancy like tin cylinder or whatever. But they had some Darjeeling tea. Actually, I don't know if you pronounce the J like hard or soft in Darjeeling, but maybe it's Darjeeling. But they had some of that, and I'd never had that kind of tea before, so I ended up buying it. And I haven't drank it yet because like I wasn't really in a tea mood at all today. But I am intending on drinking it soon, because I have heard good things about it. I've heard it's a very nice tea, and I'm kind of excited about being able to try it for the first time. I hope it's to my taste, but I'm not sure. I like expanding my horizons though. Okay. But yeah, and on the way out, I was wanting to do this like beforehand, but we kind of forgot to like bring like bags to carry our things in, so by the end we were kind of just like holding everything as we were walking around. But like before we left, there was this they had like little food stalls, and then like this big tent with like a bunch of like stools and like tables underneath where people could sit. And at the end of at the opposite end of the tent, they had this like little drink station where they were selling like water and lemonade, and like I guess they had like ale or something over there. And they had the choice to get it in like a cup or whatever for like $1. But then if you paid $6, you could get it in like this big like ceramic flagon, and you could keep it. And like $5 for that like huge like stein almost. It was like too much of a bargain to pass up. So I did hit them up on the way out, and I got like a big like I got like a white one, like they're like these big ceramic like beer steins, but I just got mine full of lemonade, and it's still in my fridge actually. I'm definitely gonna like clean that out once it's empty. I'm gonna keep it. Cause I mean, $5 extra for that big cup. That was like a steal at that point. But yeah, we did the thing, and we went back home, or like I went back home. They dropped me off because they were gonna like do other things I wasn't involved in. Would you ever go to a fair in a period costume? Funny story. One year my mom actually did want to like participate in the colonial festival thingy that was. But it turns out there's like a whole committee behind that thing. There's like an entire organization, and it's kind of like a nepotism thing where like if you're not like grandfathered in or whatever, they're like very prudish about like letting new people in to participate. And I mean, I kind of get it, but like at the same time, it's not like we were gonna come in there and like make a big fuss or whatever. But they kind of stonewalled her like out from being able to participate. So we kind of didn't get to do it, and I don't think she's really been keen on like trying again since. So I mean, there's other like proper like actual Renaissance fairs that happen in the area, and maybe one of these years we could like participate for like a year or so, or like for a weekend 1 year. But maybe I think it would be cool, but again, like it would have to be on like it would have to be at a point where like the weather is more reasonable, because some of these people they were dressed in like full like fancy regalia, and it was like damn near 90 some degrees out there, and we were just like, you people gotta be burning up. And all that clothing. Gotta be like dying over there. And there were like ladies with like children. There was like, I think there was one lady who had like a baby that was just in like this big like costume or whatever, and it was like, man, I don't want to judge people on their parenting because I have no experience with that, but you know, it doesn't seem the most reasonable. I mean, I guess if I were to be in that situation, I would probably dress like very peasantly. I would just be like one of the poor people. Baby in a costume is still better than child on a leash. I mean, so I don't know, man. As I get older, I start to realize maybe some children just need to be like on some kind of lead. Like you can't expect a kid to just like hold your hand everywhere, and then if they're not doing that, they're just gonna like run off inevitably. So maybe baby leashes aren't actually like the worst idea that's been invented, you know? But yeah, that was my day today. I mean, all in all, the trip to the colonial thing took maybe like, I think it was like 2 or 3 hours, and it was like earlier in the afternoon, or I guess like before noon, later in the morning, I guess, because we kind of were wanting to beat the heat. I mean, my mom like knew the forecast a lot better than me, so her like having us all out there earlier was probably a good call. We saw people, as we were leaving, we saw people like only just coming in, and they all looked very miserable. Oh man. But I guess, without further ado, you see all this. This is, I mean, I think I've talked about it before, but, on my NeoCities website, I have like a little section where I wanna like start to write like very in-depth posts about like learning to cook. And I'm talking like from absolute zero. Like just to like make it as like unthreatening of a thing as possible, because like as I like go on to explain in this article here, it's like it's a very like scary thing if you don't know what you're doing. And I would like to make it as safe for people to digest as possible. But yeah, I mean this is all like the I mean I went on to include a recipe at the end for like a very simple fried egg. But this is all I've written so far. And I hope my keyboard sounds are not too loud. Also, I forgot to get my my forearm rest, because I kind of need it if I'm gonna be typing and all that good stuff. Okay, pulling back the veil and starting from the very basics to demonstrating the base from the very... I mean, I don't want to use the word basics like twice in very short succession. Heat is the most basic factor of cooking. From the very start of humanity, from the very start of humanity's history with cooking, one of the first facets we discovered was that, well, how do I phrase this? One of the first facets we discovered was that thing in fire is generally tastier and safer to eat But I feel like a lot of this stream is just gonna be me like sitting here pondering how to phrase things. I mean, I can already kind of anticipate that like this stream is gonna be a lot less poppin' than like the usual stuff. But sometimes you gotta have those streams where it's just like very laid back and comfortable. At least I think so. I like having like a very relaxed stream. I mean, it might not be the most interesting, but I think the people who can enjoy it, they're very, it's very essential for them. I actually have my my fancy reheating mug with me right now, and I have it on the charger, cause it is starting to finally like run low on battery after like I think like a week of use, just about. I mean, not constant use by any means, but you know, I have been using it. What's the charge on this thing right now anyway? Oh, we're getting up to we're getting up to 2 bars. I think the maximum is 3 bars for the like the charge thing. So, you know. But stream category pondering. Yes, truly. We're truly pondering very, very, very profoundly today. Oh, and you know what? When I was out at the Renaissance colonial thing earlier, I forgot to bring tissues. Although, honestly, my nose had been my nose ended up running like a lot less than I would have expected in that situation. But I did have to like rub my nose with the back of my hand like a couple times. I mean, I think I did have like 1 tissue in my bag, but it was like half used, and I didn't really want to like use it anymore. But as familiar as we are with heat and fire, a lot of people don't stop to properly consider how it factors into the cooking process. I want you to envision a steak. There are multiple different categories of doneness for a steak. But most people wouldn't know how to achieve any certain one. I should probably like make a chart for this. Let me open up Paint real quick. Actually, I should probably have this on stream too, because this would be good content. let's see. Can I have this on top, maybe? So we're gonna make a little chart. Is everyone still pondering the steak? I hope so. Let's see. So we're gonna have like this. We'll just have it be like this, I guess. Copy that and like paste it a couple times. Actually, can I copy this? Oh, I would have to like select it first. That's kind of odd. I kind of forgot how paint works. And then a third time. Okay. I'm hungry now, so that's unfortunate. Oh no. Okay, so we got one steak that's like well done. We got one steak that's like, let me get in here. One steak that's like a little bit raw, or a little bit like rare, I guess, on the inside. And then you have a steak that's really rare. And I guess I should make a copy of this where it's like completely raw. Although we're talking about like cooking, so having it be raw would like be irrelevant in this situation. Okay. So let's see. I need to make like a graph. Let's get like a nice black line. Straight line. Is there... Oh yeah, I forgot you can hold shift for like instant straight lines. That's useful. Okay, just get that down there. Okay. Let me just get all this stuff rearranged. Okay. Oh, I forgot I didn't have my line tool. Okay, let's write some text here. Time. We'll just go for this. Time and temp. Okay. And maybe I should make some like tick marks to make it like more easily digestible, I guess. I should probably make something a little more robust at some point, but this is fine for now. We can just do it like that. Although that one's too close. Okay. And that should be it. Get some science in here. I feel like this is such a for anyone like unfamiliar, this is such like a bizarre thing to be watching me doing. This is already entirely too technical. Listen, it's gonna make sense. So if you let it go for a long time at a low temperature, if you let it go for like slightly less time at a like more temperature, and then if you let it go for a short amount of time at a high temperature, transparent selection. And then right here And then we'll just have this one be like right here. Okay. So how about we just save this actually? Save as... Let me get my website folder. Steaks.png. There we go. Let me say insert steaks.png. The temperature and amount of time. The temperature and amount of time you cook something is very crucial. Is a very crucial thing to consider when when trying to achieve a certain end result in your cooking. Low temperatures for a longer period of time ensure more thorough I guess cooking throughout your food, while high temperatures for shorter periods of time results in more doneness, results in more cooking on the outside while the inside remains less affected. I guess I should specify that this is called searing. Generally called searing. If you were to cook a thicker cut of meat, you would want to have it at a lower temperature for a longer period of time. But if you were to cook a thinner cut, I guess at this point I should just make this a new sentence. If you were to cook a thinner cut, or you wanted a meat like a steak to be more rare on the inside, you would apply higher temperatures. You'd apply higher temperatures for less time. Alright, let me take a sip of my coffee. Okay. Apply higher temperatures for less time. This dynamic application of heat, as well as the thickness of the food you're intending to cook. Man, what the hell? Why did my music just pause? Never seen that happen since I downloaded that like extension to make that not happen. Oh well. With this dynamic application of heat in mind, as well as the thickness of the food you're intending to cook, you'll be able to better achieve the effect you want to have on the end product. Always be mindful of food safety guidelines. Always be mindful of food safety guidelines. And be sure to cook your foods according to hold on. Be sure to always cook your foods according to safety guidelines. To avoid food poisoning. I'm such a terrible typer. I guess I should have like a little like a blurb to refresh. Just to recap, low and slow for thicker foods. Low temps and slow times for thicker foods. High temps and lower times for thinner foods. Okay. Generally. Okay. most people aren't aware that cookware requires different levels of what's the word? Cookware requires different levels of care and upkeep in order to keep it in peak condition. In this next passage, I'll go over the different certain types of cookware. Differing in order to keep them in peak condition. I'll go over the different materials that cookware is typically made of and some general guidelines to keep them working better for longer. If you're unsure of the material of your pots and pans, feel free to do some research online to find out. Okay. Oh, I gotta heat my coffee a little bit more now. Will it still heat if I have it on the charger? Oh, cool. It does. That's nice. Let's see. Stainless steel. A favorite among a favorite in restaurant kitchens. This cooking material is known for its durability. This cooking material is known for its durability. I spent 3 years as a script editor, and I wish professionals with Microsoft Word and automatic spell checking were as good at catching their own errors as a random ragdoll using Notepad. I try. I probably need to go back later and make this a little less like verbose. I just have when I'm like writing something to be like informative, I just get like very formal, but I know I should probably use like simpler words to like make people a little less intimidated. This cooking material is known for its durability and resistance to wear. I kind of feel like that's the same thing, but you know, while it while is very long-lasting. It can be very finicky to, what's the word? It can be very finicky to cook on stainless steel without having food stick to the bottom. Be sure to use lots of oil when cooking on stainless steel. Isn't there a way to like season stainless steel? Hold on. Let me Google this. Seasoning stainless steel pan. Is this like actually a thing? Let's see. How to season it? Oil your pan. You want to use an oil with a high smoking point. Repeat the process when necessary. I mean, I guess that's simple enough. I could probably include that. Writing anything informative is always soul-destroying, no matter how idiot-proof you think your instructions are. Nature will always happily demonstrate that it can produce idiots capable of exceeding your worst expectations. Oh boy. Well, I have to assume anyone like savvy enough to like be like accessing NeoCities to read my like cooking blog, it is probably gonna be like, you know, informed enough to like come like where I'm like trying to stoop to, like meet me like where I'm at, but like I'm also stooping to their level a little bit, you know. The key is to always use plenty of oil when cooking with stainless steel. Throw some butter in your pans. Line your baking tins with shortening. Line your baking tins with shortening. And I don't know how to end this sentence. I feel like this is Ever seen that TikTok of a woman who fried eggs by filling the pan 2/3 full of oil, bringing it to a boil, then dropping the eggs in? I mean, isn't that essentially deep frying? I mean, I have like a special deep fryer and I could just do that through that way. Having it in like an actual pan just seems like a lot more cleanup. I guess I could just make these like separate sentences. Line your baking tins with shortening. You can have a guest section for people to upload their results, and you'll be surprised on how people manage to fail following even the simplest of instructions. I mean, maybe I could have like a little comments section for like each article. I don't know how much work that would be though. That might be like a bit too much. I'm not sure. It would be cool, but I'm not sure how easy it would be to implement. Although the more health conscious people may not like to hear this, the key is to always use plenty of oil when cooking with stainless steel. Always be generous with your oil when it comes to stainless steel, because oil is one of the key factors of successful cooking. When you're cleaning stainless steel, don't be afraid to hit it with the hard stuff. As it's known for its durability, I feel like I'm saying stainless steel too much. Oh man, I got a sip. I mean, so far my voice has been like better than usual. I haven't been like coughing too much. But then again, I haven't really been like talking too much either. As it's known for its durability, it can withstand things like steel wool without many issues. Don't be afraid to get a little heavy duty if you end up with food stuck to the pan. Pain? I don't know why I wrote pain. Freudian slip, maybe? Don't be afraid to get a little heavy duty if you end up with food stuck to the pan after your meal. No tilt. We're not doing that. Let's see. Teflon / ceramic coating. I guess I should probably capitalize that too. While these are generally favored by domestic cooking enthusiasts, or I guess casual would be a better word. Casual chefs. Well, these are generally favored by casual chefs for their ease of use, any pan with a non-stick coating, requires a certain level of gentleness. Non-stick coatings are generally, or I don't want to say generally too many times, non-stick coatings are usually very thin and can wear away easily with abrasive force. Usually very thin and can wear away easily with abrasive force. So be careful to not use any metal utensils with these. Stick to plastic, wood, silicone, plastic, wood, or silicone utensils with your non-stick pans to prolong their usefulness. I feel like I could like word that better. To get the most use out of them. These non-stick materials can also be harmful to the body if they flake off into food. Can also be harmful to the body if ingested through food. Okay. In addition, use some caution when washing non-stick coated pans. They can't take as much of a beating the way stainless steel can. So avoid using any metallic abrasives. So avoid using any metallic abrasives to clean them. Usually, your typical kitchen sponge can do most of the work. Can do an efficient job. I just had to take myself a little sip. Let's see. What's the other one? It was, oh yeah, cast iron. While it's also very durable and long-lasting, cast iron is usually used by seasoned chefs. Usually only used by seasoned chefs. The upkeep for cast iron is typically a lot more involved than the previous two. So you may want to hold off on familiarizing yourself with it until you're more experienced in the kitchen. Let's see. I gotta think. You may want to hold off on familiarizing yourself with it until you're more experienced in the kitchen. For those who are still willing to, for those who are still willing to take the plunge, there are plenty of articles online specializing in caring for cast iron cookware. I'm honestly not too well versed in it myself, and I don't see how do I see this? I don't see it useful to go in depth about cooking materials that are more intermediate in an article about beginner cooking. Let's see. With all this in mind, I encourage you all to do your own research to figure out which cookwares are the best for your needs. Let's see. Alright. Now that we're a little more well-versed, in how cooking works, let's start off with our first recipe. I picked this one. I picked this one because it's usually the, it's usually one of the first things most people learn how to cook. The humble fried egg. The humble fried egg. We'll be using our knowledge. We'll be using our knowledge of heat and material to let's see, how do I word this? Golly. We'll be using our knowledge of heat and material to cook. I don't think I need this little blurb below here. We'll be using our knowledge of heat and material to cook an egg to sunny side perfection. I mean, it's technically not actually sunny side because like you put like the lid over the pan so it gets like cooked on the other side too. Okay. I feel like I should make a blurb back when I'm talking about heat, about like the or I could just like put it in here because like when you have a frying pan with the lid on it, it acts kind of as like a stove because it's like getting all the heat circulated in there. Okay. I guess I could like make a little like thing there. A little tab. How does that work? Let's see. When you put a lid on a hot frying pan, it begins to act as more of an oven. Instead of, I don't know why I wrote insteading. I don't think that's a word. Instead of having heat at one, instead of having heat on one side that escapes, we create a centralized pocket of hot air that circulates inside the inside the lid. A cozy blanket of heat. Yes. Now I have to, I feel like I should write like more. You can see this method be... let me rephrase that. This method has been used for centuries for people to bake without an oven, with just a stove top slash heat source. Yeah. Okay, so I got that. I feel like I should have all these over here, although it doesn't really matter, but you know. Let's see. I need to like write something else here. In addition to being a food that people eat on a fairly common basis, a fried egg is also how do I word this? A fried egg is also very very hard to do incorrectly with the proper knowledge. Knowledge is spelled with a G, with a D in it, right? I'm pretty sure it is. With our knowledge of heat material, we'll be able to cook an egg to sunny side perfection. Instructions. In addition to being a food that people eat on a fairly common basis, a fried egg is also very hard to mess up with the proper instructions. I mean, I don't know why I wrote, like, the flavored salt. A stovetop slash any heat source. Okay. Let's see. I feel like I should like write another blurb, like when I'm talking about pans, how like they all have like standard different sizes usually, but I'm not sure how to like how I would go about wording that right now. But I'm pretty sure it's like the 5-inch one. I'm pretty sure that that's the small one. large egg, salt, shredded cheese. Okay. Uh-oh. Don't do that. That was in the wrong position. I feel like I should probably like rewrite this part. Now we've successfully made our first dish. Let's see. I mean, I feel like I should allude to like the next lesson I would be writing, but I'm not sure what that next lesson would be if I'm being completely honest. Maybe a little like a little thing about like cooking pasta or something, cuz pasta's also pretty easy for like a beginner. I don't know. I'm not sure how I would like go about transitioning to that. Ugh. Man, writing is hard. Don't you know? Now we've successfully made our first dish. I should probably like start writing the outro too. Even though I still need to work on the whole like alluding to the next one thing. I hope this web post has helped you begin your journey to becoming a gosh. I'm so bad at like wording things. Well-versed. I keep using the phrase well-versed because like I don't know what else to like write. I should like get a thesaurus or something and like diversify my language in here a little bit. I hope this web post has helped you begin your journey to becoming a well-versed cook. Let's see. Now you see that like most things, like most skills, like most basic skills, the subject really isn't that daunting once you've been equipped with the proper information. Let's see. Let's see. What? Let's see. I keep saying let's see, but I still don't see anything. She's not seeing shit. get down to it. I haven't used it personally, but I remember hearing that ChatGPT can be used to suggest synonyms. Oh yeah, I probably should utilize that at some point. Ah. Maybe that would be useful. Maybe. Cooking can be relaxing, rewarding, and fun. In like all caps. With enough practice. And whimsy. Cooking can also be very whimsical. And anyone can do it if they just put their minds to it. I keep accidentally hitting the tilde instead of the exclamation mark. We don't use tildes in here. That's not part of our vocabulary. Let me say, like, I applaud you for finally making the jump and I applaud you for finally making the jump and starting and creating how do I phrase this? I don't really know. I mean, we've made some like good progress. I mean, look how much we've like written, but you know, at the same time it's like, gosh, I wish I could finally get this to a point where it's done. Is there a way to like see how many words you've typed? I don't know. Feedback. Replace. Search with Bing? Why is that a thing? To hell with it. And defying whatever conditions were causing you to be adverse to cooking. Please keep your eyes open for the next installment of June's cooking seminars. Yeah, I think, was there anything else I should probably, Plenty of people out there who are never properly exposed to the process of cooking from a young age. These people tend to develop the mindset that cooking is an inherently scary activity. There's too many variables to consider. It's better to just not try at all. What I'll be doing in this lesson is pulling back the veil and starting from the very beginning, demonstrating the basics of heat and material in cooking. Heat's the most basic factor of cooking, the very start of humanity's history. One of the first facets we discovered was that thing in fire is generally tastier and safer to eat. As familiar as we are with heat and fire, a lot of people don't stop to properly consider how it factors into the cooking process. Envision a steak. There are multiple different categories of doneness for a steak, but most people wouldn't know how to achieve any certain one. Temperature and amount of time cooking is a very crucial thing. Trying to achieve a certain end result to your cooking. Low temperatures for a longer period ensure more thorough cooking, while high temperatures for shorter periods, generally called searing, result in more cooking on the outside while the inside remains less effective. Less affected. If you were to cook a thicker cut of meat, you would want to have it at a lower temperature for a longer period of time. If you would cook a thinner cut or wanted a meat like a steak to be more rare on the inside, you'd apply higher temperatures for less time. With this dynamic application of heat in mind, as well as the thickness of the food you're intending to cook, you'll be able to better achieve the effect you want on the end product. Cook foods according to safety guidelines. Just to recap, because I guess that's like too much text for some people. Most people aren't aware that certain types of cookware require differing levels of care and upkeep in order to keep them in peak condition. This next passage I'll go over the different materials a cookware is typically made of, and general guidelines to keep them working better for longer. If you're unsure of the material of your pots and pans, feel free to do some research online to find out. A favorite in restaurant kitchens, this cooking material is known for its durability and resistance to wear. While it's very long-lasting, it can be very finicky to cook on stainless steel without having food stick to the bottom. Although the more health-conscious people may not like to hear this, the key is to always use plenty of oil when cooking with stainless steel. Throw some butter in your pans, line your baking tins with shortening. Always be generous with your oil when it comes to stainless steel, because oil is one of the key factors of successful cooking. Cleaning stainless steel, don't be afraid to hit it with the hard stuff. It's known for its durability. It can withstand things like steel wool without many issues. Don't be afraid to get a little heavy duty if you end up with food stuck to the pan after your meal. While these are generally favored by casual chefs for their ease of use, any pan with a non-stick coating requires a certain level of gentleness. Non-stick coatings are usually very thin and can wear away easily with abrasive force. These non-stick materials can also be harmful to the body if ingested. Well, I guess through food is redundant. So be careful to not use any metal utensils with these. Stick to plastic, wood, or silicone utensils with your non-stick pans to get the most use out of them. Use some caution when washing non-stick coated pans. They can't take as much of a beating the way stainless steel can, so avoid using any metallic abrasives to clean them. Use a kitchen sponge. While it's also very durable and long-lasting, cast iron is usually only used by seasoned chefs. The upkeep for cast iron is typically a lot more involved than the previous two, so you may want to hold off on familiarizing yourself with it until you're more experienced in your kitchen. For those who are still willing to take the plunge, there are plenty of articles online specializing in caring for cast iron cookware. Honestly, not too well versed in it myself, and I don't see it useful to go in depth about cooking materials that are more intermediate in an article about beginner cooking. I encourage y'all to do your research. I mean, I already said that at the start. Maybe I should delete that. I'll have to proofread this at some point just to like make sure I'm not repeating myself too much. Now that we're a little more well versed in how cooking works, let's start off with our first recipe. I picked this one because it's usually one of the first things most people learn how to cook. The humble fried egg. In addition to being a food that most people eat on a fairly common basis, a fried egg is also very hard to mess up with the proper instructions. With our knowledge of heat and material, we'll be able to cook an egg to sunny side perfection. Let me capitalize this because it's like proper. Small frying pan, fitting pan lid, stove top, or any heat source. Spatula, shouldn't need to use this, but keep one on hand just in case. Half a tablespoon of butter, 1 large egg, salt, shredded cheese. Put the frying pan over medium heat. Oh yeah, I should probably add a blurb about like get to know your like heat source. I should like write that in because I don't really know how to like word that right now. Insert blurb about getting to know. You hear that shit? Jesus Christ. Getting to know your heat source. Let's see. Insert blurb about standard pan sizes. Maybe. Oh, I forgot my end. Let me see. Frying pan over medium heat and add the butter. Let it melt and sizzle in the pan until it starts to turn brown and the bubbling starts to subside. If the butter isn't turning brown after a couple minutes, gradually bump up the heat settings until it starts to reach the desired color. If the butter isn't changing color... Okay. Crack the egg into the pan, add a sprinkle of salt over the top, putting extra on the yolk of the egg, put the lid over the pan, and watch the top of the egg. Keep an eye. After the top starts to look more cooked... I don't know if I should keep this in here. I don't know. Maybe. Pay attention to the surface of the yolk just when it goes white over the top. Yeah, I mean, I guess. I was gonna add, like, and it stops, like, jiggling when you shake the pan, but I don't want to, like, complicate it. Remove the pan from the heat and remove the lid. If you keep the lid on, the inside of the yolk will continue to cook. How does that work? When you put a lid on a hot frying pan, it begins to act more as an oven. Instead of having heat on one side that escapes, we create a centralized pocket of hot air that circulates inside the lid. Or inside the pan. This method has been used for centuries for people to bake with just a stovetop. Immediately transfer to a plate and enjoy with a piece of buttered toast. We've successfully made our first dish. I applaud you for finally making the jump and defying whatever conditions were causing you to be adverse to cooking. We hope this web post has helped you begin your journey to becoming a well-versed cook. Now you see that, like most basic skills, the subject really isn't that daunting once you've been equipped with the proper information and finally get down to it. Cooking can be relaxing, rewarding, and fun with enough practice, and anyone can do it if they just put their minds to it. Please keep your eyes open for the next installment of June's cooking seminars. Ow, my eye. I was like rubbing it, but then like I rubbed it too hard. Ouch. How much coffee do I have left? It seems like I still have a decent amount. Oh yeah, and one thing I was gonna do, Oh, W, hi. One thing I was gonna do is, like, with each step, I wanted to, like, add a photo, but then, like, edit it so it's, like, very, like, low res and, like, low color bits. Like how photos used to be in, like, Web 1.0. I think that would be funny. Maybe. I don't know how much work that would be though. I should probably add more indents. Ow. But yeah, we were just I'm writing a little seminar. I mean, not a seminar, but like, I guess it's like an article, but calling it an article isn't as cool. A thesis? Cooking thesis still sounds like not very, like, welcoming. Cooking TED Talk. I feel like I can get away with just calling it a seminar. Let's see. I feel like I should probably add like another sentence to this to like more smoothly transition it into like the next thing. This may seem maybe a dissertation. I mean, the whole point of these is to like it's like demystifying cooking for like people who are like beginners or like are intimidated by like the idea of cooking. So I don't want to make it sound too technical, because that would like scare people. And I'm gonna go back and like simplify the language a lot, because I do tend to write like very formally when it comes to this stuff. This may seem like an introduction. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. You may not be thinking about it now. You may not think it now, but these are very crucial facets of learning how to cook. Let's get into it. I don't know how else to say that. Okay. I mean, I know what else I need to add, but I'm not sure, like, how I would go about, like, transitioning it. I mean, hopefully soon I'll be able to, like, add the rest of the stuff in and, like make it so that the article, like, flows better. And then hopefully I can get that on my website and people can, like, actually read it and all that good stuff. Oh yeah, and I kind of already, like, talked about this, but at some point I do need to add, like, a centralized, like, landing page on my website for, like, all my stream stuff. Like, just add my schedule and, like, an embed for my Twitch and all that good stuff. And I could just, like, have that be on the header on, like, the homepage, being like, oh, check out all my stream stuff. And it would just take you right there. I think that would be very useful. But really, how much coffee do I have left? Let me open my lid real quick. I mean, I still got a little bit. Yeah, that seems fine. Will it be a MySpace page? No. I mean, I'll probably just, like, make it in the style of, like, my main page on my website. At least as much as I can. Because that's, like, also kind of the theme we have, like, here as well. So, you know. Blah. 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 I feel like I use the word generally too much. I just, like, you can start to pick up on, like, my formal speech patterns when I start writing stuff like this. Referred to as searing. But yeah, I made so much progress on this stream. I think it was good for me to just, like, you know. What are we gonna talk about for the next, like, 15 minutes, man? Ow. You wrote all this during the stream. I mean, let's see. I wrote, like, most of it. I wrote this stuff and all this stuff over here. I mean, I didn't write the recipe. I already had that. And I wrote this thing. And I wrote this little blurb here. And I wrote this, like, outro. Yeah, I wrote a lot. I don't know how much it is exactly. Isn't there a thing online that'll, like, tell you how many words your, like, thesis is? How many words in my... I guess I could just Google how many words. Word counter. 1,433 words. That's a lot of words. But yeah, I'm liking how this is turning out. It's good. Just gotta save that bad boy real quick. Oh man. I mean, I don't think writing streams are like particularly interesting for people. I think like out of the stuff I usually do, it's probably not gonna be very like popular, but you know, I enjoy. Our videos demonstrating the recipes out of the question. I mean, I feel like the little step-by-step photos thing I was thinking of. I think that would be like sufficient enough. It's a bit niche, but I dig the idea. Yeah. People don't usually like to sit and watch someone write, but I hope at least like someone got something out of it. And we're like making progress. People can read this once I get posted. I mean, I really hope this like helps at least like 1 or 2 people start to become familiar with cooking. Cause it is something I'm passionate about. I really do think like everyone should know how to cook, or at least like the basics of how to cook. So I think it'll be good. Hopefully. Owie. You're still managing to get your ideas across. Yeah. I mean, I feel like more recently, like generally a lot of my stream ideas don't really go across well. I think I don't want to like doom or anything, but I think I'm starting to hit that point where I'm like reclining instead of like inclining. But hopefully, like if I just keep at it, like I had been before I started like getting all sporadic, hopefully that'll like help me a little bit. I hope so. Hopefully my situations can become like a little more stable, and I can like have a little more like enthusiasm and energy and all that good stuff. Just keep at it, even if it does seem slow. I will try my best. I hope so. I was talking about it yesterday, but I have some like stuff in mind for like the Halloween season. Cause I did like majorly drop the ball last Halloween season. Like a lot of stuff I did was very like boring, honestly. But I want to try and like switch it up a little bit this year. Hopefully. Part of me is kind of just waiting to like be done with this cup of coffee before I end the stream. I mean, I am getting there. Slowly. Very, very slowly. Ow. Yeah, honestly, my voice has been like a lot better today. Mostly because I wasn't like trying to fill dead air. I was kind of just letting the dead air happen. And I haven't been like talking in a way that like forces me to project my voice or whatever. So I think that bodes a lot better, generally. I'm so ready to be over the stage where like I mostly feel better physically, but then I just like have this lingering like cough and like phlegm stuff happening. Cause that's no good. Don't like that. Not really a fan of that, honestly. I think I'm getting better. Just like taking it easy seems like it's doing a lot better for me. But yeah, I think in general today was a good day. It was. I enjoyed it, even though I got like really sweaty during the noon when I was out. I liked it. Hopefully this heat wave will like pass soon and we can get back to the nice weather. I mean, I like it when it's hot sometimes, but most times I just prefer it being like a reasonable temperature. I have some flowers out front. They're like these little succulent bushes. I don't know what they are exactly, but they only flower like this specific time of year at like the end of summer. And they are starting to they're starting to flower like recently again. And that tells me that like summer's on its way out. That and the cicadas that like moved in about like 2 weeks ago. 61 degrees Fahrenheit. Scorching. Oh my. What, do you live in like the North Pole? Gosh. Yeah, I remember, I think it was, like a couple years ago. Like, I think it's like once every 7 years or whatever. Like, the cicadas that are like in the ground, all the like babies will like come out and they'll like be adults. And they'll just like swarm everywhere. And last time that happened, like a couple years ago, I remember like driving out in like the not like the woods, but like around the woods somewhere. I think I was like out running errands. And I could like hear them from the inside of my car. That's how loud they were. And I can't imagine the people who like lived out near like the more woodsy parts. Like, how'd they even sleep with that just constantly going on? I don't know. Not a big fan of cicadas in general, honestly. I mean, they're nice ambience, but then like once they get like too close, then it becomes a problem. Hooah. I am still waiting to reach the end of my coffee. I gotta be close by now, right? Yeah, actually. I just need like one more sip. I'll finish my coffee and then I'll probably end stream. And we still have sub-only movie night tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern? Yeah. I kind of forgot my own like time zone. But we're gonna be watching the original Mario movie that came out in like 93, I think. But I have it downloaded and it's all ready to go. Hopefully nothing will get in the way of that. I don't think it will. I have to get a water softener installed tomorrow, but we should be doing that more in like the late morning or like noonish. So hopefully that shouldn't take too long, but if anything changes, I'll let people know. And that is the end of my coffee. I kind of have to announce it like every time I end stream, but the Discord is public now because of that whole snafu with my Twitter. I don't have a Twitter anymore. It's actually still on my end screen, but I should probably remove that. But the Discord is public now, so anyone can join. And I got my Neo Cities and all that good stuff. So yeah, if you ever want to like keep up more closely with what I got going on, you can always join the Discord. It's a nice place, I think. I would like to imagine, you know. But yeah, I mean that's gonna be about it for me. Thank you for watching, and I hope everyone has a good morning, evening, afternoon, night, whatever it is, wherever you are. Oh, and also thank you, Puffay. I forgot to shout that out. They followed like right after I went offline last time. But yeah, pretty sure they're not here right now, but still thank you. But yeah, have a good morning, evening, afternoon, night, whatever it is, wherever you are, and I love you.